You're watching News 19 at 6.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for News 19 at 6 on WLTX Plus. I'm Whitney Sullivan. Now, we want to kick off this hour, turn things over now to meteorologist Brianna Mowry. We are under a weather impact alert for one reason, because of the cold, but also, two, a lot of folks dealing with some showers and storms this evening.
Right. The storms right now staying pretty isolated, but the ones we do have are strong. Right now, we do have one severe thunderstorm warning that has moved into the Midlands. That includes Newberry County, and it is heading into parts of Lexington and Fairfield, as well as Richland County. So definitely going to watch this one. The latest details on this warning show that winds could get up to 60 miles per hour. Also could see golf ball size hail. So that is something to pay attention to with this storm. We've already seen reports of hail in the upstate as the storm moved through. So we are continuing to watch it. Also, there is a threat, a tornado possible threat with this storm, as there has been some broad rotation, but right now has not been strong enough to issue a tornado warning. I am watching it closely though in case that does happen. But for now, there is not enough rotation for that to occur. The biggest threat at this time are the winds and hail with that storm. So temperatures right now are in the upper 60s and low 70s. It's going to continue to stay a little warmer for a while. 72 in Columbia, 68 in Winsboro and Newberry, 69 in Orangeburg. So definitely on the warmer side today. And it's going to continue to stay a little warmer than normal tomorrow. But we are going to see some colder temperatures moving in. Here's the 5-day low temperatures. That's the 20s by Tuesday, upper 20s. So definitely going to get cold. We're expecting a hard freeze in the Midlands on Tuesday and even some frost continuing on Wednesday. So definitely prepare for the cold. We're going to go a little bit from one extreme to the other with warmer than normal temperatures to well below normal temperatures. Tomorrow's forecast highs in the upper 70s. We will stay drier tomorrow. It's still been mostly dry today, but we are watching some storms out there right now. The threat for storms does go down, though, as we head into the overnight hours. Here's that forecast. Some storms could make their way into the Midlands this evening. We could continue to see those even into 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Once we get to 10 o'clock, we're showing signs of weakening as those storms move out, especially by 1 o'clock. That's the all clear. Not expecting any more storms as we head into the overnight hours. Lows tonight going to be in the upper 50s, low 60s. So pretty warm out there as you start the day tomorrow. Chance of storms, though, tonight. We are watching some out there now, and we're going to see winds staying light, but if there is a storm or a severe storm, those winds could get pretty high. Tomorrow, a few storms still possible, but really not expecting that, as we could see some stronger storms tonight that could use up some more of that energy in the atmosphere. High temperatures tomorrow in the upper 70s, even the low 80s for some areas, and that is very warm for November. So here's that 7-day forecast. We are seeing weather impact alert days for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings, as temperatures are going to get well below normal once that strong cold front moves through late Sunday into Monday. Lows on Monday still in the upper 30s, not too bad. We will get into the upper 20s on Tuesday, and this will be the coldest air so far this season. So definitely something to prepare for. We are going to see temperatures getting back into the low 70s by Thursday, so the cold weather is not going to stick around too long. We will see lows back in the 40s as well, but closer to normal as we head into the end of the week with plenty of sunshine. Whitney.
All right, thank you so much, Brianna. All right, my friends, make sure to stay with WLTX for the latest on those storms. Now, new tonight, a man who's been on the run in Lexington County, now in custody. He's 32-year-old Jacob Hill. Deputies say he is a person of interest in a shooting that happened outside of Pillion early yesterday morning. We are being told Hill was caught just a few hours ago, around 1:40 this afternoon. Deputies also letting us know the man who was shot is expected to recover. Now, anyone with information on this shooting is asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-888-CRIME-SC. Well, WLTX continuing to track the impact of the government shutdown. A local church's mission trip turned into frustration this morning after their flight out of Charlotte Douglas was abruptly canceled. Pastor Brad Smith from Eastminster Presbyterian Church in Columbia was leading a group of 13 volunteers headed to the Bahamas for a mission trip. The team left early, hoping to make their flight out of Charlotte, but just hours before departure, they got a text saying it was canceled.
It's enormously frustrating. Yet the disruptions, whether you're a federal employee who works hard, whether you're somebody trying to travel, to go on a mission trip like we were, a beneficiary of SNAP benefits. All these air traffic controllers, all these TSA people are working, but not getting paid.
Well, Smith says the group decided to postpone their trip until after the government reopens. Now, as of early afternoon, Charlotte actually led the nation in cancellations. More than 130 flights scrapped and dozens delayed, some by as much as 90 minutes. Airport officials say the shutdown's toll on air traffic control staffing was one of several contributing factors. And sticking with the government shutdown, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham says the Senate, or Lindsey Graham, who took to the Senate floor today, calling for an end to the Affordable Care Act. Graham argued the law is too costly and said it should be repealed. Take a listen.
And why is the government shut down? The government is shut down because our friends on the other side are insisting we continue this program for another year. I'm not going to continue it for another day. I'm not going to pour tens of billions of dollars through Obamacare into healthcare insurance companies, with the result being your premiums have increased by 100%. We're going to stop that.
Well, on Friday, the Democrats offered to reopen the government in exchange for a one-year extension of health care tax credits. This proposal was rejected by Republicans. Well, a Midlands restaurant is collecting donations to help families in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa.
I feel like Jamaica has given the world so much, and right now they need us.
At Tati's Island Cuisine, the spirit of giving is overflowing. Boxes of bags filled with clothes, canned food, and household items are being packed for shipment to Jamaica. The effort is being led by Tati's Island Cuisine restaurant owner, Sasha Simpson, whose family is from Jamaica.
As soon as I had news that the storm was coming, the first thing I said is, hey, we have to get active. Here at Tati's Island Cuisine, we were being proactive by collecting donations as soon as we knew the storm were going to hit. And the main things that I'm telling people to bring in is toiletries and canned goods.
Simpson's mother drove from Florida to help transport the donations. A partner company will handle shipping directly to the port in Jamaica.
We have a company that's actually helping us out, getting it straight to the port so we don't have to deal with the hassle of all the paper, just the whole squabble of the whole thing.
Across the island, the need is still urgent. News 19 spoke with Bishop Devon Brown, who lives in Stony Hill, a neighborhood in Jamaica. He works with families receiving aid.
So what we have been doing since the hurricane, on a national scale, the government has been pouring aid into those communities, care packages, hurricane relief supplies. Persons who live in Kingston, in the eastern part of Jamaica, have been pouring into the western part. And that is what is going on as I speak to you this minute.
Relief efforts will continue for months, and Simpson says donations at Tati's will be accepted throughout the year. Shannon Taylor, News 19, WLTX.
Well, the first shipment is scheduled to go out Sunday morning. If you'd like to help, you can drop off items at Tati's Island Cuisine, located at 2540 Decker Boulevard, Thursday through Sundays. And a reminder, my friend, every bit counts in helping families across the island. Well, for generations, many students have been encouraged to pursue a four-year college degree. But one Midlands Career Center is showing that a different path can lead to just as much success and sometimes even faster. So according to the % of jobs in South Carolina require skills training, but not a four-year degree. Hayward offers 16 certification programs, including automotive technology, culinary arts, diesel mechanics, health science, sports medicine, hair care, and even barbering. Again, all this to name a few. Also can't forget about a commercial driver's license course. Principal Craig Washington says these programs are changing lives and creating real career opportunities for students.
So a lot of our students are taking career tests, and those certifications allow them to be able to go out into the job market and be career ready. That might mean them stepping out of high school as a senior, graduating senior, and being able to make $85,000 a year because you have the right certifications in technology, or whether it's the right certification in diesel or automotive.
Well, Washington says the school continues to grow with about 100 new students enrolling every single year. From the welding booth to the bakery kitchen, it's clear that the trades are making a comeback. At Hayward Career and Technology Center, the next generation is not just learning about work, they are already doing it. And speaking of this incredible expo that happened today, News 19's Kiki Gashu joining me on the desk to talk more about what you were able to experience there and a way that folks are able to help make a difference. Kiki, talk to us about it.
Whitney, my day at Hayward was amazing.
Yes.
The students there are so talented, and they're doing something really special for the community. Sour and Salt Bakery over on Rosewood, they run a little kiddie group, a rescue, foster, all different kinds of things. And they are telling us that they are making a patisserie. Now it's going to be really, really cute. It's built by the students at Hayward.
That's awesome.
Using their materials, and they donated it, and it's going to be a dog cat food pantry.
Yes.
So a lot of people facing economic hardship right now, and sometimes people don't think about the pets.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can be really expensive to get food for your pets. So they're saying anyone can stop by, help stock it, or take what they need.
I love that so much. As somebody who owns a dog, shout out to Honey Biscuit, my favorite freeloader, pets are extremely difficult. And so this is going to be so great because it's going to be able to help folks who may be struggling right now. Now, when you were able to talk to the kids at Hayward Tech about creating this patisserie, this thing that they'll be able to stock with all of the incredible foods that these animals are going to need, what was like the feeling from them and the friends at Salt and Sour Bakery?
I think they were excited. They were accomplished. One of the students was telling me, they put a lot of work into this. He was just a first-year student, so he was learning. It was the perfect way to implement their learning for sure.
I love that. And then again, Salt and Sour Bakery. Tell folks where that's at.
That is going to be on Rosewood Drive, right across from the Publix, and you're welcome to come in. They do some kitty classes, teach you how to foster, how to bottle feed.
Really?
Yes!
Oh
and
my
they're
goodness.
always looking for more fosters. One of the cats shown on the screen is actually at my house right now, and he's through that rescue, and he is up for adoption.
Wait, I love that. There's a plug there, okay? If you are looking for a furry friend, definitely check that out. And for folks who may want to benefit or use this as a resource, do they just go to the bakery? How does that work?
Yes, they can just reach out to the bakery. They're kind of a small grassroots rescue right now. So they're building it up, and they can just go in and ask about the group, and everyone there knows and is ready to help.
I love that so much. You see the community coming together to help out those who may be in need or who might be struggling during this time. Kiki, thank you so much.
Thank you, Whitney.
Yes, and congratulations on your foster. So cute. All right, my friends. Well, taking a look at some events happening around the community, the annual Pillion Peanut Party back this weekend. This year's festival features a car show, live performances, amusement rides, fireworks, and of course, the best boiled peanuts in the state. News 19 caught up with two members of the Pillion FAA who were at the big event.
It's really amazing to see how the community just comes together for these big events and how everybody gets along and mingles with each other. No drama, no problems, everybody having a good time.
And like you said, it's not really this busy, so to see everyone together in one place is kind of nice.
Well, the event started off with a parade on Pine Street this morning. And if you want to get in on the fun, no worries, my friends. You got plenty of time as the big event will go on until 10 o'clock tonight. Well, the holiday spirit was in full swing today in Lexington County as craft lovers packed the Tri-City Leisure Center for the annual Christmas Craft Show. The event, hosted by the Lexington County Recreation and Aging Commission, featured local and regional makers showcasing handmade gifts, decor, and treats.
Our vendors here, a lot of them put months, if not longer, into some of the products they're making. They have a lot of passion in what they do, and they take pride in their objects or their items that they're selling. And they enjoy coming out to the show and being able to meet people and sell those items to the public.
Well, all proceeds and donations from admission will benefit the Lexington County Emergency Food Pantry. On our weather right now, as we know that there are some storms that are brewing right here in the Midlands.
Yeah, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning that we're watching. It goes until 6:45, but it looks like it has been extended. There was another one added. It was flashing. It's not now, but we are going to get the details on that in just a moment. But looking at the next 7 days, we are going to see a much quieter day tomorrow. And today really hasn't been all that busy, but we do have those isolated storms out there. Colder air moving in. By Monday, we're in the upper 30s. Highs will only be in the low 50s. For Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday morning, upper 20s. We are expecting a hard freeze in the Midlands, going to be very chilly. But as we head into next week, temperatures are going to quickly warm back up to 70 on Thursday with plenty of that sunshine. Whitney.
I'm not okay. I want you to know that I'm not ready for the high 20s or the low 30s.
I'm gonna have to dig out my winter coat.
Girl, winter coat, gloves. I feel like I need to get galoshes. I feel like I need to get like my snow boots out. Like, it is going to be so cold. And again, that's why we're under a weather impact alert day. So a lot of reminders that we'll have over the next couple of days is, of course, you want to drip your water because you want any freezing pipes, things like that, my friends. Also, make sure to check on furry friends and the elderly during this time as well, just to make sure that they are okay, because we know how cold it can get. But Brianna, thank you for preparing us for, I feel like we're having like a whiplash moment in weather, right?
We have severe weather today and upper 20s in 2 days. So.
That's right. This week was warm and beautiful. We're dealing with the storms today, and then next week it's going to be a completely different time. But I know a lot of folks are looking forward to some of that colder weather to make it feel more like the holidays. But I don't know about the 20s. I don't know about that one.
20s is a little too much for me.
We're going a little bit too far, but if you love it, this is going to be a great forecast for you. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining us for News 19 at 6 on WLTX Plus. Again, make sure to stay up to date with the severe weather that's happening by visiting our website, WLTX.com, as well as the News 19 app. Of course, we will be on your side, keeping you up to date with everything that's happening. Have a wonderful evening.
The news doesn't end here. Download WLTX Plus for free on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.